Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and this reading is for Thursday, January 14th, 2021. Okay, so we have the Five of Wands, and our theme is the Four of Cups. I'm sorry, Five of Wands reversed, Four of Cups straight up, and the Ace of Wands straight up, of course. Okay, so well, with the Four of Cups, sometimes this is some apathy. Sometimes it's an offer that you don't really want. And it can be a little disappointing. Sometimes it can come like after too much celebration because, of course, the Four of Cups follows the Three of Cups. And that card, that can be about, getting together with people and kind of partying. And so if you've drank a little too much, the next day you kind of feel kind of blah, and it's just nothing really works, nothing really feels good until you recuperate and, I don't know, drink a gallon of water and vow to never drink that much again. Or maybe sometimes, when we get to a certain age, our livers don't function the way they used to and we just can't drink anymore at all. Or very rarely and very, very little. So it all depends on your, on your situation and what's going on in your life. Of course, the cups are always about relationships, usually relationships, but always, I should say, they're always about, emotional states and feelings. But in this situation, it's kind of apathetic and there's a lack of, well, we're in between here. Let's do it this way. Let's do a little tiny journey into at least the way I see the Four of Cups. So we have the Three of Cups. Let's just do these cards so you can see it this way. So sequentially, we have Three of Cups. Notice everybody's partying. Everybody's having fun. It's a gathering. And it's, of course, two or more people. It doesn't have to just be three. It can be a party. And then if you do drink too much, or it can be such an expansion of the heart that you connect with a lot of people, and then later on you're wondering, well, wait a minute, I'm not so sure about those people I just partied with, or those two people, or this one person that I just hooked up with. And then, so you're thinking about it. So it's a card of contemplation. It can be about meditation. But the thing is that just notice this person here is looking at the Three Cups, but they're not looking at what's being offered right here. So it can be a missed opportunity, which leads to disappointment and regret and grief. Or it can be that there was too much partying and your system can't, well, your system's just still trying to process it through, and it's hard to see the love and beauty in life. Because you have to remember, alcohol is a depressant. And if you drink it every day, you're eventually going to wind up depressed. I mean, it is a slippery slope. Believe me, I've tried it. It doesn't work well. So moving towards, well, let's see. Let me stick a little bit more with the Four of Cups, just to make sure that I've covered everything that it could possibly be for all of you. It's, there is that contemplative state. There is that meditative state. I do love how it's out in nature, like with your back up against the tree, and you're really feeling into what it is that you want, because there's three things here, but it's not what you really want. So meditating on what you truly want is a beautiful thing. That's a really good thing to do every day. But other times, it's refusing an offer that is actually good. Other times it's like just kind of going into fantasy land and not being really grounded. Because, maybe you met up with a lot of people that you really liked and you couldn't decide or maybe you're just kind of processing. Sometimes this card can be overstimulation because, if you're very sensitive or introverted and you get together with a big group of people, sometimes this card has to do with, with processing all that through. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. But in the best case scenario, this is contemplating on what you really want, of course, and try not to regret anything. You could just be processing the past, which is actually really beautiful. If you're in apathy, which means you don't care, this can be a card of apathy. So if you don't care, then you're going to stay stuck, because it's to get in touch with your feelings, your emotional body that needs to heal, and then so that your pure feelings can flow through. That's what keeps us feeling alive. So in the best sense of the word, I think meditation on what you really want is the timeless spiritual message for us for today. And then, would be good for any day, right? And then if we were to look at it as in more of a challenging situation, we have to look at the sequential order here. So like I said, partying, trying to process it through, or overstimulation and trying to integrate. If it was a lot of partying and it's a hangover, then here we have the regret. And it's hard to, when you're in that depressive state, it's hard to turn around and remember, look what we have here. We still have a lot. We have 2 full cups. Something happened here, but we have 2 full cups here. And then there's this bridge back here to a new life. So you can turn around, pick up what you have, go across that bridge and go home and think about, a whole new life. Go back to thinking about what you really want, feeling into what you really want. And you get there often by feeling things that you don't want to experience. You can work your way out of a bag until you get to the point where you just don't even put yourself in a bag anymore. But that takes a lot. It's something that don't beat yourself up for it, because eventually you'll stop doing it. If it's the partying thing. So, on another note, it can be in a very sad situation. This can be getting together with this combo at a funeral. And then this card is about grieving. There can be a lot of despair in this card. On another level, this can be partying or getting together with a group of people, and now you're all alone and you're like, oh no, you want to be back with them. And then this card comes in and you feel kind of lonely. So this card can be some, lonely despair, just a little bit. It can sometimes be feeling unloved. Maybe you really just wanted to be with your best friend, but there were so many people that pulled on, his or her energy, and you kind of felt like the odd man out. The guidance is always to go within and feel the place where you love being with yourself, no matter what. But if it was that, then you can feel, you can feel kind of sad. You can feel unloved. At the very least, when we go through this sequentially, if we don't handle this card well by going inside and focusing on ourselves and loving ourselves and caring about ourselves, great self-care, if we don't do that, this card can lead to some type of disappointment. So okay, so let's let that go, because that was a little bit of a lesson with the Four of Cups that I feel complete with. Thanks for bearing with me. Okay, and now combining these cards, well, with the Five of Wands reversed, we're in a place where there's more compromise, and maybe that's what this is about. Maybe there was some compromise and now you're like, oh crud, did I give myself away? oh no, what have I done? It could be that. So you're contemplating maybe giving yourself away. But I like the Five of Wands reversed better than Five of Wands straight up, because the Five of Wands straight up is just nothing but struggle and, dog eat dog trying to make it to the top, and these guys go down below and blah, blah, blah. Well, I guess it might be fun for, boys who have a lot of testosterone to burn off, or young men or whatever, or little boys that like to play games. But as adults, it's, when I see this card, if I draw this card, it's my reminder that the only struggle I should have in my life is to keep my heart open. And so to keep your heart open to yourself and get out of struggle, puts you in a place of better self-care. So the lesson can be, there's a lot of force, life force. There's a lot of passionate energy out in the universe right now, and there certainly is. We are having astrological transits that are like none other, and that haven't been around since, the revolution. So it's a lot to handle, and not that the planets ever do anything to us, but we're all sensitive and we all pick up what's going on out in the world. So the energy's there, and we have to figure out, we have to manage it, we have to manage it in our own lives and not engage. So this would be like not engaging in any fights, and then focusing again, like I said before, on what you really want, but managing that power, managing that energy. Because when the Five of Wands is reversed, it really does have to do with teamwork and finding solutions, and it's a very successful card. Straight up, it's more of like a bunch of egos clashing together. A lot of competition and conflict and, struggles we don't need to go through, challenges that we don't need to go through. So I like it better reversed. I like the harmony, and I like the teamwork, and I especially like the, this finding solutions and having compromise and having success. And from there, then it does lead us into really feeling into what it is that we truly want. And with the Ace of Wands, this is a brand new beginning. This is a yes card. I look at all the aces as being yes cards, and with the wands, it's like, yes, what do you feel passionate about? This is all about good news. It is about action, though. I mean, it's definitely, there's a lot of movement in the wands. You can see that. Well, this one, it's not as active, but yeah, it feels like getting in touch with what you want and creating a brand new beginning, and let that new beginning be in a brand new level, a deeper level, a solid level of better self-care, and taking, really good care of yourself in a way that you can have more peace in your life. You can have that time to meditate. You can have that time to self-reflect and to think, and to make sure that you're open to all the offers coming your way. And you're most of all, I mean, you can see this here. It's like this image is different than the other. The other one, it looks like he's looking down at the Three Cups. This one, she's looking outside, like, oh geez, I'm not sure, and she's not looking at any cups. So the guidance may be I think the guidance is always to go inside, feel what you need to feel, go through whatever emotional reactions may be coming up, and even apathy, even though it's not active, is still an emotional reaction, because it's an inability to feel, it's numbness, it's lack of life force totally moving. But as soon as you feel into the numbness, or as soon as you notice that you're numb, then that process of noticing the numbness does start to dissolve the numbness. And then the life force flows freely again. The life force comes through again, which is really beautiful. So, better self-care, letting go of struggle. How about adopting a new motto or mantra? We don't have to strive. We can thrive. Something like that. I will thrive rather than strive. Or I can let go of all my struggles and just love myself through whatever I'm going through, but stay deeply in touch with what you truly want inside. And then allow the life force to flow through you. And look for new things. This is all about good news and new beginnings. It could even be a new relationship, because we do have the cups here. It could possibly even be travel, but right now with what we're going through with the pandemic, we all have to be very, very careful about that. But road trips can be fun, or even just to get out for a drive. Maybe this has to do with feeling kind of cut off, because there is a lot going on out in the world. So whatever you're going through, I send you lots of love and blessings, and I'll be back soon. Okay, take care. Bye.